One thing God made me lay on that altar was a relationship. Lay it down. Put it at my feet. And don't worry about it. Seek my kingdom first. Get your mind right. Get your body right. Get your spirit right. Get in your assignment, because you got to understand your husband is going to find you in your assignment. Boaz didn't find Ruth until she was gleaning in the field. You got to be in your assignment for your man, the man God has ordained for you to find you. Because you got to understand. I'm not going to go all into that because I can keep going, but I'm not going to do that. Get your mind right and seek first God, because a lot of times what we are seeking is in God. You seeking for love in all the wrong places, and it's in God. Everything you want, everything you feel, that fulfillment, that contentment, that love, that overflow, that joy, it's all in God. And we are in a world that is so carnal that we get caught up on the carnal. Well, God is not physical. I want somebody I can hug. Baby, one thing I have noticed, do you remember somebody by their face or how they made you feel? Me personally, I remember how people make me feel. I don't always remember a face after. If I ain't seen them so long, I forgot how they look. Okay? But I know how they make me feel. God can be felt, which means you're going to feel his presence. It doesn't really matter about, oh, okay, I can't hug him. His presence is what's felt. And if you can't really, why are you getting caught up on a carnal? When we see people and we don't even remember them. We remember how they made us feel, though. And you can remember how he made you feel. Don't let that go over your head. But, yeah, I don't want this to go too long, because I'm actually going to talk about this in my mentorship program, Predator versus Prey. Y'all, stop being in competition. Stop feeling like, oh, I got to go get in the bed, okay? Because I can't even get on Instagram because we in the end times. We are in the end times, and it's so vile. Especially how I have found out, like, you gotta guard your heart. And guarding your heart is guarding this and guarding this. So nothing can come out of here and catch your words and have legalities. Okay? You have to guard yourself. And a lot of women out here are so much on their sex game. And I got the best sex and this and this and that. And it just blows my mind, because it's like, okay, why didn't I keep your man? Why are you not with a man? Why is your man still dogging you? Why? If it was all about that, I'm not knocking nobody. If it was all about that, why are you not married? Why are you not happy? Why is your man not content? Because physical things can't fix spiritual problems. It's not about that. But the enemy wants you to think that. He wants you to get so caught up that your virtue is being drawn out of you every time. And you thinking he keep coming back. No, you're easy prey. You're easy prey. And a man, if you understand how a man is territorial, you look at people as territory. So if a man conquered you, he gonna always feel like, that's my territory. But most of the time, you're not tripping off that. I be watching Tony Gaskins. I be watching R.C. Blake's. Who else I be watching? I be watching some more people. But if you listen to these guys, they'll tell you, like, they look for rare. Like, in a world full of common, they were saying, it's not like I'm not going to mess with the common. When a guy is broken, because there's a difference between a broken man and a satanic, demonic man. Okay? It's just like it's a difference between a broken woman and a demonic woman. Okay? It's a difference. I'm not going to get into that difference. But I want you to understand, these people can still deal with you and have no relations with you. Meanwhile, your time is expiring. You getting 30, you getting 40, and you trying to figure out, I want my husband. And a man is like, once a man puts you in a category in his mind, it's hard for him to take you out. Unless God revealed to him otherwise. But if you just ain't nothing. You just a good time. You just my sneaky link. Right? But you got to understand, a man is looking for rare. So when he goes out to hunt, you can say, and he's looking, I don't know how I'm going to catch this. Then he comes to you. She ain't letting me hit. She's setting up boundaries. Like, you got to understand, you get put in a different category when you show him different. When you out here doing like every woman do, you feel me, blowing up his phone, allowing him to do him, and I realized men would test you. Men be doing their jobs. Women don't be doing their jobs. Like I said that you got to test a man, and men be out here testing it. A man gonna see what he can get away with. Let me test her the first time. How she at? Oh, she cool. And they keep going. That's why you hear the little thing, give a man an inch, he'll take him out. That's because he's testing you, and you pass the test as far as not doing nothing. As, oh, she don't really care about herself. Her self-worth is down and thing, because she gonna let me treat her anyway, and she's still gonna be here, so why not do anything, right? But when you start putting up boundaries and you like, don't touch me, ain't none of that going on, it becomes different. Because a lot of times people feel like, oh, he not gonna wait. That was me, right? Let's be transparent. Let's be real. Couldn't see life without sex. When you live a life and you just know a relationship to be about sex, that's what you think. That's all you think. That's all I thought a relationship was, right? Only really had two, three real relationships. And it was really all about sex, if we think about it, right? So my mindset back then was, well, if I don't give him sex, what else can I offer him? Right? That's how I thought. So as I'm coming out of this custom, when you're so used to it, you don't see nothing. You don't see no other way. So I didn't see no other way. But God began to tell me, when you are a woman of God and a man of God, y'all gonna be on the same mind frame, which means you understand the dangers of sex. You understand the dangers of sex outside of covenant. You know how that can bring in the enemy. You know that how that can open the door to enemies. You know all that. So just like you sitting here saying, I'm saving myself and I'm for Christ, you go up trying to sleep with this man, how you think he gonna look at you? Because you gotta understand this goes both ways. Like I said, women too. But I just relate to women, so I talk to women. But baby, men got it bad. Because a man just a man. But a woman, she can have a banging body, her hair, her nails, baby. Okay? But anyway, I say all this to say, I want you to stop trying to degrade yourself to put yourself in a category, right? Because then you sit there and you think, well, if I don't have sex with him, he's going to have sex with somebody else. Let him go. That must not be your Adam. Because you have to understand, I think it's Joseph, don't quote me. He waited for Rachel. You think about it, he waited for Rachel 14 years. Yeah, he was out having sex with his other wife, but when you thought about it, he waited 14 years. God told me, your man, your husband, the one I ordained for you, he will wait for you. In fact, he's protecting your purity, because a man is supposed to be a protector, a provider, a prophet, priest, and king. Okay, and when I say a protector, I'm not just talking about physically, but I'm talking about mentally. I'm talking about spiritually. I'm talking about emotionally, on all aspects. Don't get caught up on, yeah, I know he can fight for me. Because, baby, if your man is protecting you spiritually, nothing should be able to run up on you physically, because spiritually, he already had you strapped. Because sometimes we get caught up on, he a little gangsta boo. My man is a gangsta boo in the spirit, babe. He don't let nothing come up to me physically, because he killed it in spirit. So you have to understand, it goes both ways. So it took my mind to, you degraded yourself down to a piece of flesh. If I felt like I had nothing to give this man but my body, but sex, you just degraded yourself. You have allowed the world to conform your mind to, you're just a piece of meat. You don't understand that you have the wisdom that God placed in you, the vault, with all these virtues and all these vestures that he have given you to help your man. You are a helpmeet. And I realize even with marriage, most of the time it's not about sex. You realize a relationship. This is where I see the little quotes where they say, take sex out of the thing, you'll find out people have nothing to offer, because that's the truth. A lot of times back then it was always about sex. Yeah, we arguing, we this, we that, we in competition because we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom mentally. You feel me? The enemy will always breadcrumb you. Yeah, I'm going to give you little physical things to keep you from realizing you at the bottom spiritually and mentally. So you in this competition, you dealing with her, now you over here arguing with him. Let's go have some great sex, let's go do this. You feel me? He ain't gonna leave me. You at the bottom. You failing to realize that you have idolized this man. You have idolized this person that is playing on your issues, because it's codependency.